Good evening and warm welcome to another edition of the Cannon and Jonezy Show. It's Thursday night, it's 9 p.m. and chaos is about to fall upon us all. But before I start slandering people, I'm going to say a good big warm welcome to my sidekick, Mr. Jones himself. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, good evening, mate. Good evening, everyone in the chat. Been a long old week. We're almost there, almost Friday, mate. But happy to do this show. Where else would you want to be on a Thursday night then with us? You know what I mean?
Well, I was just saying, it's Thursday night. It's pissing down with rain outside. It's crap.
Yeah.
There's not a better place to be, is there?
Absolutely
There is not a better place to be. And do you know what? It looks like the old chat's already pumping out. Should we get the old characters up? I think we're going to have to make some new characters after tonight, by the way.
We're going to have to, yeah.
So first of all, we got Catherine in the house. How you doing, Catherine? Old Emma's in the house. Old Emma Ray's, how you doing? Oi, smash that like button, guys, and subscribe. Old Trigger's in the house herself. Old G, how you doing, G? There she is. Mr. Sullivan's in the house. Good evening, Georgie boy. We got one for George at the moment.
Not yet, no. We're in the process of getting one.
Yeah, I think we will need to get in one. Luke's in the house. We've got to get the Mr. Barwick one as well, won't we?
We'll get in one, yeah.
Don't you worry, mate. You'll have a character by the end of the evening. Old Chesney himself's in the house. Didn't win the Champions League in the end, did he? Went out in the semi-finals like us. Typical Arsenal.
That signed a new contract as well at Barcelona.
Yeah. I bet old Ryan's well happy about that one. Let's see who else is in here. Anyone else in here? Old Pete G's in the house. Here he is. Oh, Mr. Griffin himself. Good evening. Oh, here he is. Here he is. Look who it is. Ribbit. It's the old Kermit himself. There he is. Look at him. Love that, mate. Absolute love that. Good to see you on, mate. Everyone's in the house tonight. They're all loving it. Look, Kermit. Giving it the old, giving it a Kermit, another Ribbit from the old Ribbit himself.
There he is.
Everyone's here he is, Mr. John himself. What a legend he is, mate. Absolute legend, mate, by the way. And we will be talking in a minute about the new hub that will be going live very soon. Mm-hmm. So welcome into the house show, mate. Here she is. Rosie's in the house.
Hey.
Oh, Lorraine Kelly herself. Just a bit of big news for you as well, Rosie. Just a bit of big news for you. Old Smuggo himself. Is it in old Scotland next week? Oh, there you go. Smuggo in Scotland. It can only mean one thing. Carnage. Oh, look who it is. It's old Scotty boy himself. Here he is. Where is he, Mr. Barlow? There he is. Barlow himself. So, John, he's got to have one in here. He's going to have a character built in next week, mate. So you will have one as well.
We'll get them all sorted.
Who else we got in here? Oh, Mr. Josh Fisher himself, he's in here as well. He needs a one. I tell you what, he can be little Lee Gunner. He can, mate. About the time he barks on about the old fucking Arsenal. But there you go, guys. There you go. Good to see you all in the house. Good to see that you're all pumping well and ready for the show. Before we start, obviously, we just wanted to have a bit of a chat, didn't we, Jonesy, about the obviously the new hub, El Smuggo Old Arsenal hub that's obviously been built up. As I said, John himself has been doing some incredible work in the background in terms of obviously working out all the stuff within Discord. We will be setting up live soon in terms of obviously us going live across there. We're going to have loads of community channels over there, including what will be Mr. Arsenal podcast will have his own community channel over there. Even the Cannon and Jonezy are going to have their own community channel over there. Mm-hmm. And watch your space with the Cannon and Jonesy show, because it won't just be about a Thursday night, guys. Once we get you over there, there'll be activities going on all through the week, during the week. So you can imagine, once you get signed over to Discord, your life's going to be a misery. Absolute misery, because we're going to be playing some pranks on you, basically. We're going to have a match day live community. We're going to have a Arsenal ladies community, which is going to be headed up by Jonesy and George. Obviously, there is 2 different channels with that one, so we haven't finalised that. We will also have an all ladies chat where the ladies just can go away and chat between themselves as well, which I think is really good. There will be a late night chat for those people who like to talk between 11 and 7 in the morning, because we don't like to hear our phones go buzzing off, but there is a few of them around in this neck of the woods. So there will be that. And there will be that little naughty channel as well. That a few of them like, especially Nick. He needs that group, because if he doesn't have that group, he will get booted out otherwise.
Yeah, probably.
So, the El Smuggle Hub will be going up live soon. We will let you know when it's got up live. And I'll tell you what, I can't wait for it because I think it's going to go off big time. And what I will say is in the space of the week, we've got over 60 members just in the back of our Twitter group. And it's all going off in there. Trust me, the chat is insane at the moment. So I'm really looking forward to it. And Mr. Scott, you will be invited in there. We won't be inviting you into the Arsenal chats, obviously, but the Cannon Jonezy, you will be invited in.
Yeah, don't want you in the Arsenal one, mate.
So what's your thoughts on it, Jonesy?
Yeah, no, exciting stuff, mate. All the stuff that obviously we've talked about behind the scenes and getting it going, seeing it blossom as it is, and you know the great following that you've had already, and the huge numbers that have come into the group is great. It's great to, like you say, we do moan about our phones going off, but the interaction and the chat has been popping off, and it's great to see that we're just trying to build something great here, and all you guys' involvement is what's going to help build it.
Yeah, definitely. And there will be also a match day. It's going to be called Smug Arms. And literally, that's going to be about literally people connecting during match day, meeting up at match day, like drinking in pubs, bars, whatever it is. And we've seen that blossom over the last few years, haven't we, in terms of obviously our side of things.
Yeah, no, you've seen, probably most of you guys seen the pictures that we put up on Twitter of match days. There's a massive group of us now. And you know what I mean? There's no bad eggs in it as well. We're all there. We'll have a laugh on match days. Whatever the result, we go back to the pub. We have a laugh. We have a joke. You know, and it's always good crack, good humour. And she's barking already.
Well, she's saying who's Jonesy? I can only see Spursy. Mate, to be fair, mate,
the predictions are over. Right, give me a rest till next season, Jesus. But no, just want to say, like, yeah, come and get involved. You know, everyone's friendly. There's no bad eggs, like I say, and you'll have a good time, mate. Especially if the tequila queen's there as well, mate.
Oh yeah, definitely. You will be going home drunk. Oh, Mr. David's in the house. Mr. Craig David himself. Good evening to Mr. Knightley. How you doing, mate? Cool, looking slick there, mate. Looking slick. John just saying as well, obviously regarding moving over to Discord, it will help the phones not going off as much.
Yeah.
My phone is constantly vibrating. Don't know if it's a good thing or not. I'll tell you what, yeah, right. Luckily, I've had a bit of a quiet week. It's my first week at work. Otherwise, I think it'd be an absolute nightmare, to be fair. But it is what it is. Anyway, obviously, we know the football season's now finished. We obviously had a Champions League game on Saturday night, and I'm sure there'll be some fallout in the Cannon and Jonesy show on that one. So we've been having a little bit of a chat in the background, and we've been discussing about obviously how we're going to adapt to the summer, because a lot of the segments we've noticed after this week will probably come a bit non-void in terms of the coverage. So there will be new segments coming out to you guys over the next few weeks. We are going to roll out a couple tonight. There is going to be a little bit of a disaster, not a disaster, but a little bit of a choker for you guys. The name game's not here tonight, but we have got something instead. But before that, we got another new segment. So fire away, Mr. Jones. So the Scutty question of the week. So we felt that we owed Mr. Mark Scutt himself, the Tottenham fan, a segment in the show, didn't we? We felt that his commitment to the channel's been unwaned over I'd say for about a good year and a half now, 2 years.
Yeah, no, look, he's a Spurs fan. He can't help that. But, you know, he's come in here. He shows us great support all the time. Takes a bit of banter, you know, when we give it to him. So we only thought it was right. You know, we've got to help these Spurs fans out from time to time. So we thought we'd give him a segment, give him a little bit of more glory. But, yeah.
Yeah, so he has got a segment each week now. He's going to deliver. He started off quite mildly, I'd say, and it's quite an easy one today. But he's basically going to have the question of the day. And the question of the day, I have to do the question, and then you lot guys have to fire back quickly in the chat with the answer. So Scutty's first question of the day for his first week is, why do you support the football team you do? For me, it was when Gazza signed for Spurs. Mate, let me tell you something about Mark Scutt. Paul Gascoigne is his hero.
Is he?
Absolute hero. To the point, right? We went to a game once and pretended that we was because me and my mate Robbie went to a game, and I think it was a Bournemouth game, and we was doing VIP and all that. And we pretended that old Paul Gascoigne was doing a talk there, and he was absolutely gutted.
That's
absolutely gutted. So, guys, fire away in the chat. Why did you support the teams that you did, and what was the first reason why you supported them? For me, my old man supported Arsenal, and I was named Liam Brady, Liam, obviously, not sorry, Liam Brady. Liam, obviously, due to Liam Brady.
Yeah, same thing for me, mate. My dad, 89 was probably first time I can remember anything vaguely of Arsenal. But yeah, it's because of him. Took me to Highbury. Remember going into the North Bank and them sort of days, I just had to crawl through his legs. I was that small, believe it or not. I could crawl through his legs and we'd stand at the front of the North Bank. And I was just hooked from that day. That was it. There was no going back and there was no other team I was going to pick.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you, mate. You made the right choice. Unfortunately for Scotty, he made the wrong choice. John's saying that free kick Gascoigne did against us in the FA Cup will forever haunt me. Let me tell you a little story about that, John. That was the first ever trip to Wembley for me, mate. Scotty would like this. I come out the stadium crying after about 85 minutes. He will enjoy that. He would get off on that. He'll probably have a kick out of that tonight at some point. Do you know what I mean? And it is factual that I left the stadium in tears. First ever time at Wembley, sadly.
Oh dear.
Mr. Sullivan saying that obviously due to his dad and most of his family, and after Charlie George. Little fun fact about Charlie George: I was working with his niece. I told you about it, didn't I?
Yeah.
Landed his niece a couple of years ago. Really nice girl she was as well. Catherine saying women's side come first for me. Fell in love with the way they played in the 2019 World Cup and found where I could watch her more. That's fibbing it. And saw she play for Arsenal, and then I just stuck with it. So that's an interesting story.
Yeah.
So who did you cheer when Holland played America? That's what I'm interested about even more, Catherine. Did you sway or did you stay? You like that one, don't you? Mr. Barwick saying I went to a friendly at Barnet, saw Thierry in the flesh. I was hooked 2002. All my family at West Ham, and my dad with Chelsea. Jesus, mate, you made the right choice. You did, mate. I've got to be honest,
yeah. Tough.
G saying I was playing outside football rather than watching, but Arsenal were the only team that made me stop and watch.
Good answer.
Good answer there, G. As an American, he didn't really get into proper football until later in life. AK the 2019 World Cup was Catherine. Rosie, I'd like to see this one. My dad is a Rangers fan. I love Ali McCoist. And when I started going to games in 2002, the team had Amoruso, Lovenkrantz. I remember him. Do you remember? He was the forward. He was the forward, weren't he?
Was he a defender, weren't he?
Was he a defender?
I think it's centre back, yeah.
Correct me.
Correct us.
I remember when you had maybe I'm showing my age here, when they had the Laudrups, both the Laudrups and Gascoigne.
Yeah. Dodgy league though, the Scottish League, isn't it?
Scotty saying I was with her. Oh yeah, Scotty was with the one I'm talking about, the person I work with. Scotty was talking with her yesterday. Wondering what Scotty was on about there.
Yeah.
John saying my two older brothers got me into supporting Arsenal. And the old man supported Spurs. Seen them play once and knew I made the right choice. Absolutely, mate. All the old rods are coming out now. Mr. Podcast Scotty decided he didn't like trophies, hence why he went to Spurs. Big old nibble there, mate. Big old nibble.
Get the fish.
Yeah. There you go. There's your first question of the week from Scotty. Interesting. By the way, he was a winger. The Rangers player. But yeah, good question, Scotty. We're expecting it to spice up a little bit next week, mate. But we're going to you have to give a rating out of Scotty each week. Okay. So I'm going to let you give the rating this week. How much do you rate his question out?
I'll give that a 6. I'll give that a 6.
A nice solid 6 to start with, mate. You can't go wrong. The Gunner Nick's in here, mate. Make sure, mods, that he ain't delivering any kind of footage or texture that we don't want to see in here. But he's saying he met Ray Parlour and Lee Dixon from a football thing as a kid, and he's been hooked ever since. And boy, this guy is hooked. He's a proper Arsenal fan. And Mr. Podcast saying for me, it's simply down to Ian Wright. Watching him in the red and white and the love he had for the game and the club and the connection he had, the fan base just got me, mate. I totally agree with that. Oh, Rosie's giving him an 8. Oh, Rosie's giving him, mate. There you go. She's saying your 6 is harsh.
6 is harsh? Get out of here.
And he's promising, Rosie, that he's going to make it a little bit more spicy next week. So I don't know what he means by that. Maybe he's making a curry. I'm not sure.
We'll see if he can get to an 8 next week, won't we?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there's a bit of romance in the air here. Scotty's saying, love you, Rosie. Big old 8. Love is in the air. Everywhere I go.
Rosie and Scotty sitting in a tree.
Anyway, on that note, let's get on to the birthdays. So, we have got 3 birthdays that we're going to deliver. Unfortunately, I've got someone kicking off upstairs, but we'll hold that thought with that one.
Right.
We have got 3 birthdays though today. We've got actually, I think it was 2 for yesterday and 1 for today, weren't it?
Yeah, 2 for yesterday, 1 for today.
Let's go for the 2 from yesterday first. First of all, Arsenal legend, icon, hero, Emmanuel Boué.
There he is.
There he is. Do you know what I was surprised about him, mate? That he's got over 200 appearances for the club.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, isn't it?
Absolute crazy. Do you know how many goals he scored?
No, don't.
Have a guess.
He can't have hit double figures, could he?
10.
Did he? Oh,
10 goals for Arsenal, mate. A good little fact for you there, mate.
Jesus, I wouldn't expect that. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Hold your thought, G. Hold your thought, please. Our next birthday. Now this guy I absolutely loved. Surprisingly, only played 80 odd times for Arsenal.
Yeah.
The German powerhouse, Lucas Podolski.
There's only one picture I was choosing.
I was hoping you'd pull out that picture, mate.
There was only one.
Pull out that picture. I'll tell you what, mate. Do you want to do the third one quickly? I'm just going to open up the gate, mate, because if I don't open up the gate, he's going to wake my whole house up.
Yep, no worries. And obviously, Gio loved this one. The third one today is old Kieran Tierney. Sad to see him go. Great servant to the club. Very professional. He's not like the players you see nowadays. Could have a moan, could have a whole moan about the club. But he was just very professional to the end. And I think every Arsenal supporter here will wish him all the best or wherever he goes on to. I'm guessing it's going to be back to Celtic. But yeah, no, that's our birthdays for the week. So just check on the chat. I think G would have loved that one. But yeah, heartbreaking to see him go. What was your thoughts, mate, on Kieran Tierney?
Mate, I absolutely loved him as well. Great character, great kid. Injuries kind of just ruined him, really, didn't they? Really for us, but yeah, do you know what? It was nice to see him play this season for the last few times. It was nice to be at the stadium to see him play, and it was brilliant to see him score that goal in the last game of the season. Yeah. So he's left on such a good note with us all. Yeah. And I'll go with Nick. Going to miss his Tesco meal deal.
The old Tesco's bag. That was brilliant.
The old Tesco bag, mate. If you're going to sit, you sit there, boy. Sit there. Yeah. Go back upstairs, get your drink then. He's making me look amateurish, you know what I mean?
It's live TV, mate.
It is live TV. What can go wrong on live TV, eh?
Never work with animals and kids.
Exactly. But yeah, obviously, happy birthday to all 3 of them. So 5-second round of applause for all 3 of them. On that note, we move on to the next segment. So, do you want me to hand over to you for the old legend of the week?
Yeah, no problem at all. Yeah, so we saw obviously PSG deliver a masterclass performance, didn't we, in the Champions League on the weekend. They absolutely dismantled Inter Milan to pieces, and this guy, since he's taken over at PSG, mate, has just been absolutely amazing, hasn't he? He's turned them around from a team of superstars to a team, just a team, if you could say that. And the personal touch as well about his daughter and the T-shirt he's wearing, it was quite emotional as a father and of a daughter as well, and people who've got kids, just to see that he's persevered through that tough time, and it was just amazing to see. I was happy that we've lost to the eventual. I'm not happy to lose, but eventually to a team that had gone on to win it. I was glad it was PSG. Didn't like Inter Milan, the way their style of football. I just thought they've won it in style, and yeah, it was just fantastic to see, mate. And especially that touch for his daughter as well. It's just great.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Like, let's be honest, like the best team I've seen in the first 20 minutes at the Emirates by a long stretch of imagination. The way they kind of played against us, so that was absolutely not superb to watch, but do you know what? Sometimes you just got to put your hands up. And even though I don't think they were much better than us, they were better than us in the both halves of the boxes. Do you know what I mean? The goalkeeper was world class, and their finishes were world class, and that's what won them the day. But what they did to Inter Milan, I expected Paris Saint-Germain to win, but I didn't expect them to win like that. And that is why I was so confident about us playing in Milan, because I watched what we did to them at in Inter. Was it at San Siro?
Yeah.
And even though we lost that game, it was a controversial penalty decision. We literally were the better team that game. So I'm not surprised Paris Saint-Germain won the game, but I was surprised how well they won the game. And do you know what? Fair play to them. Well done. And it's good to see that actually, right, they had the likes of Mbappe, Messi and Neymar, but they won it with a more energised, young, youthful team.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's good to see. It's good to see. And do you know, a little fun fact for you, do you know how many Champions League medals Mbappe's got?
Is it big fat zero, is it?
Big fat zero, sir. Ooh.
It's about the same as many stars as I've got, isn't it?
Oh, I bet he weren't happy about watching that on the Saturday night.
Jesus.
But yeah, 5 seconds for Luis Enrique. Legend of the week. Some good feedback. Obviously, Luke saying RIP to his daughter. The gunner Nick just saying, yeah, got to say it would touch me seeing him win it. I know they spent huge money, but that's not on him. So please, from on a personal level. Scotty agreeing with you. George is saying he was really happiness, especially what you said, Jonezy, with a personal touch. God bless him. Luke saying we had PSG on toast in the second leg in the first 15, couldn't finish. And it's weird, really, because that was the best I've seen PSG play in that first 20. But actually, the first 15 at their place, I thought we were sensational.
Apart
from scoring. Donnarumma, I'm going to have nightmares about him for a long, long time.
Jesus, great performance, wasn't it? But
great saying there from the gunner Nick. Team would always be better than individuals, absolutely. And G giving it a rightful round of applause. So, that's our legend of the week. We're now going to go into the John Cena Hush Your Gums of the week. So it's the John Cena Hush Your Gums of the Week award. Who has been running their noise, running their trap, and and us not liking what we're hearing? Well, it's funny, isn't it, that every week we have to listen to it anyway. We could probably have like a porridge load full of people that talk shit each week. We're being totally honest, isn't it, Jonesy?
Oh, we could, mate. We're never not lost for content with this segment, are we? There's always someone who wants to speak about us. And you know what? If they're not talking, well, they're talking about us, which is a good thing. We live rent-free in a lot of people's heads, sir.
We do. What I will say is Joe's just in the chat saying faults on Semenya, Liam. Hold that fault, mate. Hold that fault, because actually I've got we're doing a transfer 11 later of Arsenal targets. We'd like to see in the whole team based. He might just be on mine, mate. He might just be on mine. So we'll hold that fault on that one, mate. But yeah, like you said, mate, everyone's thinking it's Hahn. It's actually not Hahn. It's actually this nomination is not worthy of that man. That's all I'm going to say at the moment. This nomination is not worthy of that man. Actually, our winner this week is John Obi Mikel. Come on, guys. He was talking out of his backside, weren't he? Him sitting there talking about Arsenal spending all this money. This is a former Chelsea player, a former Chelsea man, right? That their club has spent £1.5 billion to win the UEFA Conference League. And you expect me to take that seriously. You expect me to say, yeah, do you know what? I really wanted to win that. I really wanted to finish 6th or 7th, because actually we could have had a trophy on our cabinet. We could have had the UEFA Conference League.
It's a joke. It's a joke. Coming from a guy also who agreed to join Man United, but because Chelsea offered him a bit more of that, he went to blue, didn't he? So he's got no right at all to speak about Arsenal and money. None at all. Especially the team he's come from.
Absolutely. Gunner Nick saying, oh, what a waste, man. The Barwick saying, defo clattering ball back. But come on, guys, let's be totally honest, right? Let's be totally honest and totally truthful, right? Where do these like former players get this agenda from? Do you know what I mean? Like, especially this guy. Like, they totally avoid the fact that Chelsea have spent £1.5 billion.
That's madness.
To win the Europa Conference League.
Absolute madness.
Come on. John Obi McKell, shut your gums, mate. We're not listening to you. You can't see us. Let's move on to the next segment. Good evening to Stefan. He's already laughing at me. He knows Smuggo's here and in the house. How you doing, mate? Yeah, wet wipe of the week. Eco-friendly, sponsored by Michael Owen. Who's our wet wipe of the week? Well, we had a little think, right? And we was thinking about, well, do you know what? Who's put in a wet wipe performance? And we thought, do you know what? Mr. Insagi's not had a really good week, has he?
He hasn't at all. None at all.
Well, I say he hasn't, but actually, he's now. We say he hasn't had a good week, but actually, I bet his wallet's going to be a lot more heftier than it was.
Well, yeah. At the time of doing this show, it was before he had just been taken on as El Hali manager, hasn't he? So I don't think he's doing too bad on the old bank balance. But just to go back to his performance of being a wet wipe, it was a shocking performance. I don't know what he told that team to go out there and play like. It was diabolical. I've never seen it.
Absolute wet wipe performance. Imagine that being your last game as manager of Inter Milan as well. Let that sink in. Last game as Inter Milan getting smashed 5-0 in Champions League final. Absolute wet wipe. Sorry, Mr. Inzaghi, you are this week's wet wipe of the week. Anyway, moving on. Obviously, Rosie's saying, she's been waiting for Gary Lineker. And I was going to kick off. Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know, Jones. Anything to trigger old Rosie.
Yeah, let's do remember
Floats my boat. Floats my boat, that does.
Oh, mate. You hungry? Hungry for some crumble?
I'm always hungry for crumble, sir.
Let's have some.
The Fat Frank crumble of the week, always. Oh, do you know what? I do love a good crumble in the winter, though. I'm not a summer crumble man, but in the winter, I do like a crumble.
Yeah, absolutely. Bit of custard on it.
Cherry crumble.
No, it has to be apple
crumble. Just before we go into it, Gunanik saying that was the biggest score in the Champions League. Scotty saying he was out of his depth, didn't look like he had the cue. George Sullivan saying Bruno Fernandes, what a wet wipe. Well, that's not a bad shout, is it? No, why would you be staying there for?
Jesus.
And then Luke Barwick saying shameful, then took the sports wash petrodollar. Of course he did. And Mr. Podcast saying what's worse is obviously we got Arsenal fans still twerking for him.
Yeah, we do.
And obviously France as well. Well, let's hold that one because we need someone for next week, Catherine. So you're beating ahead of the game here. You're beating ahead of the game here. And Gunanik likes a rhubarb crumble.
Rhubarb crumble. Oof.
And Steph saying twerking for the Gooners. So obviously it's quite easy, isn't it, guys? Crumble of the week. We've had the wet wipe performance from Mr. Inzaghi. This throw the old Inter Milan team under the bus now. Look at them. Pathetic. Absolute pathetic. The lot of you. Absolute pathetic.
One of the biggest games of these guys' career, and they show up and do that. Oh, it's terrible. Where were the ultras? If I was an ultra, I'd be on that pitch.
Did you see the AC Milan ultras?
Yeah, I saw them.
They were carrying a coffin and everything, weren't they?
Yeah, they were probably giving it some, but oh, Jesus. It was just, you know what? I thought it was really going to be a really good game because I know PSG were going to attack. Inter Milan would sit back, but then we saw against Barcelona that Inter Milan can attack anyway.
Yeah.
I was just like, I got to it and I was like, this is shit. Do you know what I mean? It was just
mate, absolutely. To the point, I give up on it in the end. Oh, good evening to Mr. Nicks. Now, Mr. Nicks is the smuggest man in the house at the moment, isn't he? The old Liverpool man himself.
He is
indeed. That's where it ends with you, Mr. Nicks. So you had a good one, mate.
Short and sweet.
And Gunnar Nick saying after the heroics of Barcelona, that was the thing, weren't it? And you know what, right? The wrong team won that game because at least you'd known in the final, Yamal and the Barcelona team would have took it to Paris. They might. I'm not saying they would have won, but in any stretch of imagination, but we might have got the Champions League final we deserved, really.
Yeah.
So that was a bit unfortunate, but yeah, there you go. Inter Milan crumble of the week. you totally deserve it. And to be fair, when I'm thinking crumbles at the moment, that's probably the biggest one at the moment, isn't it?
That is. It's massive. Enjoy your crumble, lads. It's fully deserved this
I'll
week.
tell you what we're going to do. Right? Because we haven't actually designated anyone for the crumble, have we?
No, we just got Fat Frank. He's about.
So we're gonna change it now to the Inter Milan crumble of the week.
Oof. Yeah.
I'm putting it out there, mate. I'm putting it out there.
Yeah.
You can't do that on the biggest stage of them all.
No, you can't. I think that's justified. I think Frank can have a rest now, and then we get the old Inter Milan in for a bit.
Yeah, let's get him in. Leave Mr. Antagi. He can still stay in there somehow. Just do a little emoji of him right in the corner running away.
I'll get him there, yeah.
Legging it out of Milan.
Oh, dear.
Anyway, let's move on to our next segment.
Right. Numpty of the week, mate. It's been rebranded. You ready for this?
Wait a minute, guys. Yeah, right. Now, this is the one. This is the one that you've been looking forward to, yeah, right? Because let's be honest, yeah, we've been discussing a lot of Twitter people over the last few weeks, and we've decided that we're going to give someone the honour, and we believe we got the right man for it.
Yeah.
We do believe we got the right man for it. He's the right calibre of the person, and I'll tell you what he is as well. He's a future journalist. The Eduardo Hong numpty of the week is back, and we're going to discuss some absolute numpties this week. So, do you want to crack away with your first one?
Yeah, sure, no problem at all. I've got to let me find my one. I think it was this one. That was mine. Yes, this was to do with the old, excuse the language, the old F1 and the Saka gate that we had. But for a grown man who's born in '92, so he's not much younger than older than me. So he's gone onto Twitter and written this statement about Saka, mate. Ego of Neymar, ability of Andros Townsend. Come on. What an absolute clown you are. Andros Townsend could be compared with Saka, first of all, is an absolute farce, mate.
What's his last name?
Gertrude.
Okay.
Or Gittard.
Okay.
Gittard. What absolute clown he is.
Interesting. Very interesting. You've had a bit of a nightmare there, haven't you, Ray? Come on, mate. You're likening Bukayo Saka to Andros Townsend. You've had a nightmare there, mate. You've had one of them little moments there, yeah, right, where you've got a bit angry. You've been sitting there in your little grey pants in your bedroom on your own, yeah, right, and you've started barking away, haven't you? And you've had an absolute howler there, mate. You've had an absolute howler.
Jesus. Next one up, is this one, pal?
Mr. Kitchener himself. Mr. Kitchener. This is the offence guy, isn't it?
Yeah, that's him. That's him. Events by Kitch.
So, because Mr. Kitchener says so, everyone outside Arsenal thinks that. I'm not sure that's totally true, Mr. Kitchener. I'm not sure that's totally true.
Absolute clown, mate. Absolute clown.
Another one who's been sitting in his bedroom, probably on a Sunday, hungover, getting angry about Saka. He's probably got a dartboard in there, and he's got Saka in there, isn't he, throwing darts at him really angrily and everything.
You know what makes me laugh? These are grown men getting angry at a guy who doesn't give an interview on an F1 track. They're sitting there and physically getting angry. It's hilarious. It really is.
Unbelievable, mate. It's unbelievable.
Absolute clowns, a lot of them. And this one, you sent it as well, mate?
This one did make me laugh. Surely. Do you know what cracked me up about this? He's got 7.9 million views, right? So he's laughing, really, isn't he?
He's got to be on the wind-up.
Surely he was on the wind-up. Surely he was on the wind-up. Sunderland join a lengthy list of championship playoff winners. Mad that nobody's ever won it back-to-back. He's either a genius or a numpty. One or the other, mate.
One made me chuckle, that did it. Probably made me chuckle. And then what would be this segment without a tweet from the man himself, eh, mate?
Well, we had to do one for the man himself, didn't we? We had to do one. Here we go. So, picture the scene, guys, yeah, right? We're 3 days in the transfer market, 3 to 4 days, potentially, that the transfer market's been open. And Mr. Hahn is worried already. So, him and his 300,000 followers, he's triggering anxiety in terms of them all because he hasn't got one Garcia.
future journalist.
Because he hasn't got one goal. So this is 4 days into the transfer market. He's spewing his rubbish already.
Absolutely.
And it's the same thing time and time again. Absolutely. It's the same thing. So it bores me. Come on, mate. You're a future journalist. You should have some absolute kind of steals, but you don't deliver anything.
No, don't deliver a thing at all. It just waffles and recycles shit that you see all day anyway. It's just
all day, every day. Thing is, right, I would block him, but actually it entertains me seeing what he has to say for himself.
Exactly. And he gave us a great
actually entertains me.
Yeah.
You're doing a good job there, Mr. Eduardo. You are doing partly a good job.
Keep up the good work, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Keep up the good work, mate. And do you know what? Can you deliver each week for us? So we've actually got something that we can sponsor you with your new achievement in life. Because you've got a segment named after you now. Anyway, on that note, we'll go into our next segment. The old porridge list of the week. The barrels and barrels and barrels and barrels and barrels. Do you know what? Me and Jonezy were having a little chat about this earlier on. And we was actually saying to ourselves that it's actually really hard when the football season finishes because you're not as angry about as many things, are you?
No. There's literally, we were traipsing the internet looking. No one's really pissed me off, to be fair. But then, mate, the old holy grail of porridge come out. The TalkSport.
TalkSport always deliver. You always know when you're struggling, right, to identify someone or identify something. You always know TalkSport can deliver for you.
Absolutely.
So I'll let you crack on with this one.
So the first one is this guy.
Not only a fun fact about Mr. Gornstein.
Go for it.
He blocked me on my old account. Oh, yeah. I think I threw the old bait out, mate, and he bit it. He blocked me. I was blocked by him and Durham. It was a great time to be alive being blocked by them two.
Not only has he got a shit haircut, but he's also slating the fact that, he's enjoying the fact that we were apparently celebrating, finished second, and we need to get over it. Show me one Arsenal fan in the world who celebrated coming second this season, because I don't see anyone, and it's just another agenda, isn't it, that TalkSport have got against us, mate?
It's the problem with TalkSport. Nick said, talk shy, and that's all it's ever been. I've never ever put it on to listen to it whatsoever, and I never ever will. You just know what you're going to get from it, and let's be honest, it's all clickbait, isn't it? They know they can trigger Arsenal fans, and let's be honest as well. He supports Manchester United, Mr. Goldstein. Let that sink in. He supports Manchester United. Where did Manchester United finish in the Premier League?
Jesus, was that 16th, pal? Was it?
Did they lose to Spursy in the final of the Europa League?
We don't mention Spursy, but yeah, they did indeed, mate.
So they're more Spursy than Spursy.
They're more Spursy than me.
Goldstein's got a front, isn't he? He's got a front even to talk about football at the moment.
He has. It's like you say, it's just for clickbait, isn't it? I must think, he must think to himself, did I really just have to say that? I must be a total prat.
Rosie's saying, I didn't know Noel Gallagher had been in a tragic accident. Do you know what, guys? What I forgot to tell you this week, right? For starting from this week, there's an MVP award each week now. Yep. So who we think's the star of the chat will win our MVP award at the end of the evening. So keep knocking things like that out, and I'll tell you what, guys, it might be an interesting end to the show. Mr. Sullivan saying, I said as I walked off, you're not even blind, lol. Could be worse. They could have finished 17th. Yeah, but to be fair, Scott, at least you won something and finished 17th. They won nothing.
Absolutely zilch.
And this guy's still talking. He's still barking, talking about how bad it is to finish second.
Jesus.
So you've got another one as well, haven't you?
I have, mate. Another one from the same drebs of that place.
Oh, this geezer. I shouldn't look at, mate. Mate, I'm going to let you talk about him, mate. Mate.
I don't know if I could say what I want to say about this guy. An absolute piss stain of a man. He's just an absolute I've seen people waffle shit, mate. I've seen it all, but this guy, for me, he really takes the biscuit. He's up there with the elite of them. I mean, what else is there more to say about it? But it's just an absolute. It could be in every category. Wet wipe. See you next Tuesday. It could be a place in all of them.
Here we go, Rosie again. He's either been in a tragic accident or it's Liam Gallagher looking into a spoon. Yeah, mate. He spouts so much shite as well, mate. And you see that he's got that little greasy smirk on his face as he's doing it as well, isn't it? Like he knows exactly what he's doing. Yeah. He knows exactly what he's doing. Rosie's saying James Corden has put the beef on back on RC. Catherine saying, Jesus, I log back onto work to get my health benefits and it's 5-3 France.
Oh, wow.
No.
They've come back here, mate.
You are joking me.
Joking, now. Let me have a look. That's crazy.
No way.
It is indeed, yeah.
And that's why, Catherine. That's why you don't get ahead of the game because
it's 5-3 Spain. 5-3 Spain.
It's 5-3 Spain. I was going to say that would have been something else, wouldn't it?
5-3 Spain, Catherine.
I'm not really sure you can put it as a crumble now.
No.
Well, it is a crumble, but it's not a crumble.
Yeah.
Luke, but he's calling someone a piss stain.
That was me, yeah.
Lovely. Old Catherine's now corrected us. It is 5-3 Spain, as we know. Obviously, Gunnar, Nick saying George and Rosie share the MVP. We'll decide that at the end of the show. There's still enough segments at the moment, mate. There's still enough segments.
There is.
It was 4-1 when Catherine left. Yeah. So, yeah, congratulations, Mr. Gornstein and Mr. Crook. What a name as well, Crook. That says it all, don't it?
Isn't he got a brother as well who spouts shit as well?
No idea.
I don't know if they're related. And Alex Crook, is it, or something? Or that was something. I can't remember the other game. Who cares anyway?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Fancy a new segment, pal?
Oh, I do love a new segment, sir.
Let's do it.
Ho, 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 ho. So here we go, guys. The name game's been rested. We're not saying we're resting it for weeks, but we might just rotate things as we go. I know that this has really got to Rosie. The only reason why she jumps on is because of the name game. It ain't, to be fair, but we felt that the name game is becoming harder and harder, didn't we?
Yeah. It's just every week. It's just it just goes back to EastEnders. We just wanted to mix it up a bit.
Yeah, we wanted to mix it up. So we thought, well, could we mix it up? Yeah, we'll have a quick rapid fire round. So I'm going to ask you guys something, yeah, right? And you're going to tell us, you're going to give us an answer. Mm-hmm. So basically, just to give you a bit of suggestions, we would ask you something, and we would ask you a question. You'll tell us what's. So let's just say, for an example, yeah, right. I ask what's out in your garden. You come back and tell us what's in your garden. But obviously, the funniest answer wins. Yeah. So we're going to kick this off with the first one. We're going to do 3 today. So the first question is, what would I find in your fridge? And if anyone says Pat Butcher, I'm really concerned.
Jesus.
So go on, guys, fire away. What would we find in your fridge if we open up your fridge right now?
Yeah. Bonus points for funny answers as well.
What would I find in your fridge, Jones? Is there anything?
Not much, mate. Kids' yogurts, milk, ham, Coke. Got to be beer in there as well, mate. Some Strongbow dark fruits. I like a cold one in there.
Yeah.
That's it, really. It's mainly full of kids' gear, like all their lunch stuff for school.
Good evening to Sumin. He's in the house.
Gunnar Nick has done. George will find that funny as well, to be fair. I feel this is unfair to George.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. We're whacking in here, guys. It all just kicked off. Here he is. The old Bert. He's in the house. How you doing, mate? Here he says we'd find I do love a Rustler burger, mate.
Yeah. Cool.
You can't beat a Rustler burger, mate, whatsoever. George is saying the same, I think. Gunnar Nick saying my dog, probably. Do you know what, right? It's funny you say this, yeah, right? That's easy. A photograph of Les Dennis, yeah, right? I see a thing yesterday, but I don't know why you said that, but I was going to put his picture up of him and Amanda Holden.
How did he do that? Literally.
How? I tell you what, guys, when we set up the Cannon and Jonesy chat, then I will put stuff like that in there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's certain things we can't really put on here, but Amanda Holden and Les Dennis.
Mate, what universe is that from? It's just absolutely crazy. How do you put them together?
But a photograph of Les Dennis, Rosie, you need to explain more to us. You need to explain even loads more. G saying, oh, a pickled onion. Oh, pickled onions. Catherine, vodka. Wait, that's in the freezer. Luke saying a ricotta. The Sumin saying Vegemite. Oh, the Mr. Podcast saying a nice cold Guinness.
Oh. Very nice.
Oh, SKs. My shit's the doctors tomorrow. I see Doctor. I thought he was going to say Dr. Pepper, and I was going to give it one of them.
I hope that's in a sandwich bag, Scotty.
Oh, I hope so as well. Rosie, usual salad stuff, cucumber. All right, Rosie. All right, Rosie. Yeah, I get it. But she's saying lettuce, onions, tomato, lube, spring onions, and radish. Well,
that sounds like a good night.
Yeah, sounds like a very good night. Rich Olic Gamer. Here he is, the old Colonel, saying piss bottles. Stefan saying Pat Butcher is hiding in the corner of the freezer.
There had to be one, didn't
Mr. Podcast saying ham and milk. Catherine saying cheese, pulled pork. I made the last lot last night. Catherine saying chocolate milk. The Gunner Nick saying Arsenal Podcast writing a shopping list. Oh, they're flirting again. Old Scotty and old Rosie Lou.
Could get your wedding hat ready, mate.
Yeah, exactly, mate. You know what? I reckon I might have to, mate. Yeah, she's a sneaky girl, isn't she? What, sneaking that lube in there, mate, right in the middle. Yeah, she knew what she was doing. She's triggered you all as well, isn't she?
That's it.
Oh, 5-4 now. 5-4 for that. Fucking hell.
2 minutes left.
I do like Sumin's fridge. Beer, and more beer. And on that note, cheers, Mr. Sumin.
Cheers. I ain't got one on me.
Oh, Rosie, I tell you what's not in my fridge. Cheese strings, because they're rancid.
Cheese string.
Depends what kind of cheese string.
Oh dear.
Stefan, lube and cucumber. Yeah, exactly, mate.
He said that before.
We don't make the show. You guys do.
Exactly.
You guys do. Anyway, that's your first lot. We're going to do another one now. So your second one is things we would find in your suitcase.
The kids. They're playing in it. They're playing in it. Just a controversial one. But
what would we find in your suitcase?
I don't know. There's normally just some Arsenal shirts in there.
There'll always be an Arsenal shirt in there, wouldn't there? So
it's always summer gear. It's never winter gear in a suitcase. It's always summer gear.
Old G saying the old Spanish lost their heads now.
Oh.
Shame we couldn't score 4 goals past them. Chris Nick saying Rosie on Ready Steady Cook. What's in the bag today? George Sullivan saying condoms as I thought it was a pack of gummy bears. Scutty with his speedos. Oh, I bet that's a good look, mate. I bet that's a good look. Mr. Podcast saying Rosie's lube. Oh, that's a bit weird. Oh,
in the suitcase.
In your suitcase, mate.
What's happened?
Another Les Dennis in her suitcase. The Gunner Nick Mankini. Oh, I bet he looks sexy in that.
Borat.
Stefan's got saucy underwear.
It's gone down this road, isn't it? That's Rosie.
I don't want you to get banged up, Scotty, so I'm not going to put your one out there, but you can imagine.
Rosie's lowered the tone. Rosie's lowered the tone, and we've gone down this route now.
You've got a nasty sniff, I have. What's George saying now? Loads of drugs and sex toys in my suitcase. You're not staying at my house ever, mate. I can tell you that much.
I know.
Rosie saying Cliff Richard's greatest hits. Oh, I bet that's good for you. Living Doll. Do you remember that song? Living Doll.
Great song.
Chris Nick saying Pat Butcher's blow up doll. The Rich Holic Gamer saying a power tool for a thrill at night. Even the Catherine saying spicy toys. Cool, we're getting out of all of them tonight, ain't we?
Exactly. I'm glad we're past the watershed.
Rosie's back in here again, back in the house. Mac Hammer trousers for all my breakdancing competitions. Final score in Spain 5-4. God, what a game that was, by the way.
Yeah,
Guys.
Jesus.
No one wanted to defend in that game.
Mm.
I'll tell you what, guys, there's been some controversial ones here. I think VAR should have got involved, shouldn't it, really?
It should have.
There would have been a few red cards handed out, I can tell you that much. There would have been a few red cards handed out.
Some suspensions coming your way, guys, I tell you. Lowered the tone of an established show here.
Oh, Mr. Barwick saying Yorkshire tea. Mr. Nicks. Oh, here he goes. Here he goes. Arsenal merchandise just in time in case I'm on holiday during Halloween. Gunner Nick taking baked beans. Can't think of anything worse, mate, than baked beans. Absolutely can't think of absolutely anything worse.
Every time we go to the cap, no beans.
Oh, here she is. Here she is. New Year. My Spain kit so I can celebrate when they put England out next year.
Oh, dear.
Oh, here's one for the old wank bank. All my photos of Liam. El Smuggo at his finest. The Sumi's putting himself in the suitcase.
He's in the suitcase, yeah.
Probably not a bad idea, mate. It'd be nice and quiet in there, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Chill
right,
out.
The last one. This is a good one, sir. This is a good one. Now we'll see what they're all about. Things we would find under your bed. An iPad.
Is that what's under your bed?
Deleted history.
There's nothing under my bed, to be fair. We've got like a box bed, so it's like you can't put anything under. Yeah, get away with that one.
Here we go. George said, I remember when Liam got breakfast and they hid the beans underneath the egg. I was fuming, mate. Absolutely fuming. Oh, this one I like, Rosie. The photo of the tattooed lassie with a cigar.
Oh,
I reckon she's under a few pillars, to be fair.
I could get that sent to you, Rosie. Don't worry.
Catherine's got even more of the old spicy toys.
Jesus,
they're
Catherine.
They're not in the suitcase. They're under the bed as well. Celine Dion.
That's a great. Celine Dion.
Oh, Stefan's in absolute shock. And you thought the name game was good, guys. You thought the name game was good.
George has put Austin.
Brilliant. Leave him there as well, mate. Leave him there. The Barwick saying pants. The Gunner Nick saying Arsenal box of memories. Assuming saying a 16-year-old me. Scotty's one's a bit controversial. Some random woman tied up.
Jesus, Scotty.
George said Austin. Stefan said 1990s wank mags. Any Pam Ranson on there?
Sticky pages.
Call it Gunner Gamer. Keep saying Gunner again. A life-size picture of Pat Butcher. Mate, I'd be disappointed if you didn't have Pat Butcher under your bed, mate.
Exactly.
Oh, Les Dennis is under Chris's bed as well. What about Amanda Holden? No one cares about Amanda Holden. The Gunner Nick, including Arsenal's. Here we go. Including Arsenal's last match day program, still in its wrapper. Oh, nice day that was, mate, weren't it? Nice day that was. My Catherine's saying my winter clothes right now. Rosie's saying he's not under your bed, Chris. He's under mine. Oh, he's under a lot. Scotty's saying a porno granny mag. Yep. All the mags are under there. He looks like Pat Butcher's kind key. Rosie's saying my Spain kit from the Euros. Yep, you're funny.
Yeah. Mike Reed's bow tie. Does it still spin?
George Sutherland saying Debbie Harry. Chris Nix is saying bondage again.
See, this is how you get to know people, mate. This is how you really need.
Oh, and Mr. Connor, he just randomly has an outburst. I don't think Kepa's under his bed, but Kepa to Arsenal. What? Oh, he's about to have another little bark again, old Connor. Here he is. Here he is. Getting angry, old Connor McGregor. How you doing, mate?
Mate.
A photo of Kathy Bates in misery. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. I've got Chucky under my bed. Scotty's saying, my blow-up sheep. Yeah, Rosie, you're very bad. You are very, very bad. I'll tell you what, guys. If you don't tell me that was a great segment, and I don't know what was.
Exactly. We've got to know the real you guys now.
Yeah, we have got to know the real you, and that is something that we wanted to know. We wanted to know who all the sleazy bastards were in the chat. And do you know what? You're all as bad as each other. You're all as bad as each other.
Hang your heads in shame.
It hasn't even finished yet. Mr. Barwick, do not point. Nuts magazine. The Gunner Nick, Keppers under the bed. David Coots' whistle saying. Depends what whistle you're on about.
Chris Nicks.
What about one of his Amazon parcels or every parcels? Chris Nick saying Pretty Patel. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That is absolutely brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant, guys. Honestly, absolutely love that. I'm glad you kept it clean as well. That was the main thing. That was the main thing that you kept it clean.
Yeah, that's what we wanted from this segment, wasn't it? Keep it clean.
Absolutely.
Nice and professional.
Brilliant. Anyway, we'll go back with that next week, but on to the next segment now. So, the Chloe Kelly cigar of the week. I've got to be honest with you, the old Chloe Kelly cigar of the week, still something else, isn't it? Even though Rosie doesn't agree with me, she is. There's someone who wants to say hello to everyone, unfortunately. Well, I'll say unfortunately. He's caused a bit of a nuisance. He wants to come up a minute. So there he is. Say hello.
What's that?
You say hello.
He's got all shy now.
Yeah, he's gone all shy now, ain't you? Are we going to do the Chloe Kelly cigar of the week? Yeah, we are. So I'm going to let you crack on with that, Jonesy.
No worries. So after a lot of controversy last few weeks, right, we've gone for guys this week just to please the women in the chat, and that includes you, Scotty. So the first one up here for the ladies, mate, is old Tom Hardy.
Oh, look at that. That is an arrogant one, isn't it?
It's very arrogant.
That is an arrogant one.
So we got
that is a big old cigar.
So this one's for the ladies. Next up, mate, a legend in the game, Jack Nicholson.
Oh, there we go. Look at that one.
That is oozing smug.
That is a big... I'll tell you what, that is something else. That is the round figure. Even Bobby's looking at that one, ain't you, Bob? And thinking that is class.
Next up, Arnie.
Arnie himself.
The man, the old governor. We got Mel Gibson.
Oh. By the way, Catherine, we said we'd deliver this to you.
Yeah, we did indeed.
We did say we'd deliver this to you.
Next up, James Bond himself, Daniel Craig. Some good ones here tonight. I tell you, this is going to be tough.
Absolutely.
Mate, old Tom Selleck.
Oh, there he is, old Mr. Selleck.
Legend of the game.
He's trying to move me out of the way so he can look at the cigars.
He's doing. Michael Jordan, mate, after winning I think that was his fourth, wasn't it, NBA title?
Oh, yeah. There he is. Oh, mate, he was happy that day, weren't he?
Mate, he had every right to be, didn't he? Look at in his hand as well. Look in his hand. He's ready.
mate. That's now Smuggo style, then coming out both mouths.
That's it. Next up, one for G and the Marvel fans, old Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man himself.
Look at that chunky. Look at that chunky, by the way.
Next one up.
Oh, here he is. Old Spencer's in the house. Long time no see, mate. How you doing, mate? Good to see you on. Good afternoon.
And last up, we have this one. Oh, Sylvester Stallone, mate.
Oh, look at that one.
That is class.
Absolutely. So, guys, who's your number one? Tell us who your number one is. I want to hear everyone's number one cigar there.
What we got in the chat. Tom Selleck wins it. Magnum. Tom is the OG. Yeah. Daniel Craig. There's loads in it. Young Mel, Big On.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. We're going to select at the end, or should we just do it now?
Mate, I think I'm going to let you select the winner.
Me? Oh, that pressure. I don't know.
You rounded it up, mate. I want you to select the winner.
My Marvel head wants Robert Downey Jr., but I have to go with the OG, mate. Oh, Magnum. Magnum PI.
Look at that. Look at that.
I had to go with Tom.
That oozes arrogance, don't it? That is proper smuggo.
It is. This was a tough one.
5 seconds. 5 seconds. Oh, Bob, give it a clap. Give it a clap.
Congratulations, Tom.
You're just admiring, ain't you, mate? You're just admiring.
Fantastic.
Well done there on the winning the cigar of the week.
Mm-hmm. Wicked. Right, mate, into the cap now.
Oh, yep, the cap. So the Kevin Campbell cap of the week. Obviously, it's going to be a bit of a sad one this week. Obviously, if you was on the show Monday, and I'm going to try and not get emotional, guys, because obviously it's still quite raw. If you was on the show Monday night at the start, you would have obviously heard that obviously a close friend of mine who obviously that I've known for a long, long time. Mark Scott knows him. John, who was on the show the other day, know him as well. We all play football with him. And my mate Gary Reid, he sadly obviously passed away on Sunday into Monday. Sadly, this was the last time I see Gary, like face to face on my birthday in December. He was at the Arsenal and I bumped into him. And obviously, I'd known that he hadn't been well for a while when he was going through his battles. So to obviously hear the news that obviously he had sadly passed away was obviously he was really tough and really hard. And I said to Jonezy today that I wanted to obviously do something for him. And I think there's no more fitting tribute than to put him into the cap. He was a good guy. He was a good guy. He played football with us. I was his football manager for probably about 8-10 years overall. We spent nights out together. We'd go to the pub after every Sunday together. He was an absolute character to be around. He wasn't the greatest football player, but you know what? Sometimes it's not about being the greatest football player. It's about having characters in your camp. And he was one of them people. He was an absolute character. He would always be there. He would never let you down. He'd always be at the pub after. He was a barrel of joy. He's always loved a laugh. If there was a team night out, he'd always be there. And he'd always be there at the start and he'd always be there at the end. And it's quite interesting what I've heard back over the last 3 to 4 days in terms of tributes. And it doesn't surprise me because he was an absolute lovely guy. And he was a guy that a lot of people loved being around and enjoyed being around him. And we've lost not just an incredible, passionate Arsenal fan who went home and away. He would go up north. He would go down south. He would go to any kind of derby game, any cup game. He'd go abroad. He was everywhere. He was absolutely everywhere. Not only have we lost a passionate supporter, but we've also lost a brother. We've also lost a friend. And I think there's no more fitting tribute than to put him into this cap alongside legends as Kevin Campbell, who's in there. Do you know what I mean? So it is very raw still, but I just want to obviously thank everyone for all the kind words and comments that obviously you've given over the last 36 to 48 hours, but also at the same time, thank you for allowing me to put him into this cap, basically.
Yeah, no, mate, I didn't have the pleasure. I mean, I met him on your birthday. That was the first time I'd ever meet him, but just seeing the outpour of emotion on Twitter, you can just tell what sort of guy he was, you know, and you can see how many Gooners is affected, not just as well as Gooners, just general people as well. So,
and we're talking big names, big accounts. You know what I mean? Big Gooners. Yeah. We're talking and this shows like the stature he had, and he was well loved. And yeah, as I said, we've lost a brother. We've lost a brother, and it's going to take quite a while to digest. And obviously, my thoughts and obviously prayers go out to his family, his wife Kim, and obviously their children. Obviously, in this very tough time.
Yep.
But yeah, so what we're going to do, we've decided that we're going to do a 10 seconds silence for Gary. Thank you.
It's all right, mate. Fitting tribute. Well done, mate. Getting through that. Just pop into the chat before we go into the next one. Just all the guys saying rest in peace, love hearts. Thank you guys as well for your support. Amazing. Obviously, Liam found that quite tough. He's got through it, and well done, mate, as well. Great words as well. And on the show as well, I was listening in the background. You done him proud, mate. You really did. You really did. Yep. Move on to the next one, mate. From what you've told me of Andy, mate, you'll probably want to go into something like this. He was that sort of guy. He would go.
I was just thinking, I don't think we looked at it that well, but actually, he'd be laughing down at us now that we've gone from that to this.
He would actually,
and he would absolutely love it as well. That Adebayor heads it up as well. By the way, he would absolutely love it.
He's probably laughing.
Yeah, let's see you next Tuesday. Obviously, we've had a couple so far. I'm going to let you kind of discuss the winner this week.
Yeah, so, well, mate, we spoke about him a little bit earlier in the show. He's sponsoring a segment. It is indeed the future journalist himself, the man, Eduardo Higuain. Absolute weapon of a guy. that's being polite. I'm sure, Liam, you've got a few choice words for this pal as well. I don't know how he hasn't blocked you yet on your new account. You're always digging at him. You just don't.
I reckon I might be blocked now, mate. To be fair, I reckon I'm on the list, mate. I reckon I'm on the list.
What's his?
Mate, it's a compliment that you're on there. Take it as a compliment. Exactly. You've got a segment. You're on that list. You're doing well, mate. You're doing well. That's all I'm going to say.
So yeah, he's this week's recipient of the old "See you next Tuesday" award.
I'll see you next Tuesday, Mr. Ong. See what tweets you got hanging out at that point. G loves you as well, by the way.
There you go. Absolute melt. Summed up perfectly. Right. Fancy some Desmond transfers?
Oh, last segment of the show, sir. Of course. Obviously, just seen the messages, guys. So just obviously thank you to everyone who's obviously put them really kind messages in there. Thank you very much. But yeah, we'll go into the Desmond's transfer list. So we decided today to try and discuss an 11 that we would like to see Arsenal sign, which is a bit tricky because there's certain positions that we probably don't need.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we've committed to this. Well, we said we committed to it. We've got to do it. We're totally on the show. 2 minutes before the show started, I was literally banging away trying to work out an 11.
Yeah, but no, we've come up with an 11. This is who we would like. All right, this is not saying we're no ITKs or anything like that. This is who.
I'm not a future journalist, by the way.
Yeah. I'm no future journalist for the Telegraph. Shall I kick things off, mate?
Yeah, go on. You can crack on. You can go first.
All right. So goalie-wise, if we could buy one, I'd get Sells from Forest. I just thought he had a great season at Nottingham Forest, and it'd be healthy competition for Raya. Left back, I've gone for Kirkes from Bournemouth as well. From Bournemouth, I know Liverpool were on the verge of signing him pretty much, but he's just someone I think would fit lovely into our system. Another one I'm rating from Bournemouth as well is Howson. I know he's agreed to join Real Madrid, but obviously I was thinking before that sort of thing, and that's how I would love to have seen him sign a young kid as well. Then 2 Palace boys. I'm sure the old Palace boys won't like me saying this, but Mark Gay to come in as well.
Oh,
lovely bit of competition in that centre-back position. And then right back for me is Daniel Munoz, mate. I think for Palace this season, he was just been outstanding, especially in the cup final as well. Just be great to into that right-back position. And then for me, I've gone 3 in midfield. I've gone for Eze.
Yep.
From Palace, he speaks for himself. I've also gone for 2 guys from Real Madrid. Tushimani, the French guy. Just thought as DM, I personally wouldn't re-sign Party, but that's me. And I'd look to bring him in with some competition there. And the Turkish lad as well, Gulia.
Good shout, that one, mate.
I think he is going to be an absolute amazing player. He reminds me of what Odegaard was when he was at Real Madrid. He was stuck.
Bobby, sorry.
That's all right, mate. He was stuck in a place, and I think he needs to find somewhere. I don't think he fits in at Real Madrid, a bit like how Odegaard was. Then up front, I've gone for 3. I've gone for Rafael Leao from Inter Milan.
Interesting one.
From the left, I think we need someone desperately on the left, as we all know. I've gone for Gyökeres up front.
Yeah.
It could have been Sesko. I don't mind both of them, but I've gone for Gyökeres. And on the right, obviously, I've gone for the young lad at PSG, Doué. I know he can play left and right. I just think that kid, he showed in the Champions League final, and I think he played tonight as well against Spain, that he's going to be up there with the elites in years to come.
Cool. Interesting one. One.
Very interesting. No Draxler, sorry.
No Draxler.
No, Nick was like, thought it was Draxler.
I've gone for Mark Schwarzer in goal. M. Villa. Draxler.
Yep.
Benzema. No, I haven't.
Higuain.
David Villa. So I've gone for Kepa in goal because I think obviously there is a lot of rumour about him. And I don't 5 million. I'm Mr. Moore. If you're still on here, I'm not really sure what the complaint is for 5 million for Kepa, an experienced goalkeeper. I think that's a snip. I think like, do you know what? You'll probably sell that Hind for probably around that sort of money, if not more. Do you know what I mean? So if you can get him in on that kind of fee, and let's be honest, he's a good goalkeeper who can play in all the cup games as well. He's not like Neto, do you know what I mean? He looked like an absolute liability in one half of football. So yeah, I'll definitely go for Kepa. I agreed with you 2-2 Palace boys, Munoz and Guayi. Like, to be honest, Munoz is at an age we wouldn't go and buy him anyway, but I just couldn't really think of anyone of a right back. And to be honest, do we need a right back? Not at the moment. And then I was thinking about centre backs, and then I was thinking there ain't really anyone out there, but I've just gone for Diamande at Sporting Lisbon. I know we've been linked with him a couple of times. And then, Mr. Podcast is moaning. Mate, what's this about? Why is everyone moaning about a number 2 goalkeeper? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Like, we had Stuart Taylor as our number bloody 2 when we was winning leagues.
Yeah. Oh, no. If you bring it, 5 million, you can't say it's
you can't say nothing for 5 million, mate. It's a snip. Leave the transfer funds elsewhere. He's experienced.
Yeah.
He'd rather get Chesney back. Well, there you go. That says hell now, doesn't it?
Someone clip that.
He wants a 35, 40 man goalkeeper. I've gone for Hatto at left back. I want Hatto in the club. Everyone's going to laugh. It's another left back. But Hatto is at an incredible age.
Yeah.
And I think that could happen.
George has literally just put that, as you said, that in the chat.
I see, great minds think alike, George. Do you know what I mean? Great minds think alike. I've gone for Morgan Rogers.
Yeah.
I think that he's an absolute bowler. And I think that he could be that engine in the midfield. Obviously, Subamendi, pretty much done deal. But if we were not going to say Subamendi, do you know what I was thinking? Like, there's a lot of rumour about old, and we were thinking more of a squad player. Then Subamendi comes in, maybe Timber's brother.
Yeah, Quinton.
Yeah, Quinton Timber. And then obviously Eze. We all know what I think of Eze. Absolute love Eze. Definitely would get him into the club. On the right, I'd have the Bournemouth winger. So is it Semenyo?
Semenyo, yeah.
Semenyo. Definitely him. I think he's an absolute baller. But we're not. Let's be realistic. We're not going to get a right. I can't see us getting the right winger. I don't think you're going to get anyone. I'll be surprised we get a goalkeeper that's going to give rare treatment now.
Yeah, no.
I've had to stick with Bet. Like, do you know what? Right, I'm not really fussed about Sesko and Gyökeres. I tell you, whoever I get, I'll be happy with. I like them both.
Yeah, same.
I like them both. And you're right there, Mr. Barwick. Hatto can play centre back, and that's a total Mikel Arteta kind of player. Do you know what I mean? Can play left back and play centre back. Eze would definitely break the internet, and he would probably break my hub. To be fair, he would probably break my hub. So that would be good. So yeah, I've gone Sesko, but I've gone with what I said last year, and I've got to stick to my beliefs. And then I've gone for the game changer, Rodrigo. I agree. I think it's a statement signing. I think it's that kind of signing that's we're going to the next level with something.
Yeah.
This go and spend big money on a player. This go and spend 70, 80 million player on a Real Madrid player, because it's totally different now to then. We didn't have the complete team before. We would have the complete team around this guy now.
Yeah.
Go and make a statement and shit the rest of the whole Europe up. Because the Europe know about us already.
Yeah, especially after that Real Madrid game, mate. They definitely know.
Exactly. And I agree with you, going, Nick. There won't be nothing coming in on the right, because obviously Saka in one area got that covered. But obviously, if there was someone who would come in on that side, that would be it. So yeah, that was my team.
Good team there, mate. Very good team. Right,
so who else? Is there anyone we've missed? Anyone else you would bring in?
Yeah. Let us know who you think.
Sesko, do you know what? Right, I like Gyökeres because I just think he's an absolute unit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think like he would make so much happen for the players like Odegaard, Saka, whoever plays on the left. Do you know what I mean as well? But then you look at Sesko and you think actually he's got the ability to play in a lot of positions.
Yeah. No, he would.
George Sullivan saying Rodrigo is the Alexis statement signing. Couldn't agree more. Luke, as I said, Sesko can play in different positions. It said, Jonesy, back to report from outside the Emirates, please.
I'll be there on transfer deadline day.
Scatty's asked if we can bring Sterling in.
No, you're right, mate. You can have him.
Sumi's going to bring Bob Marley in. No woman, no cry. Can't beat a bit of Bob.
Get back to the supermarket.
Get back to the supermarket, Jonesy, and chat to the fruit and veg aisle. That'd be a big signing, wouldn't it? If we got Howard Webb to sign for us, we might win. We might win in the Premier League then.
Exactly, we might win a few more games. I'll tell you that.
So, guys, obviously, that is it. That is our 11s. We will come back next week with another 11. I've got a few ideas for next week as it goes already, so I'll have a chat with you straight after the show, Jonesy.
Wicked.
So we don't leave it to lastminutes.com again.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, for today.
Yeah.
Before we go, though, we got to do the award, the MVP award. So I'm going to let you award it, Jonesy, first week.
Sure.
So who is our MVP winner of the week?
Right, let's get it up, first of all.
So there you go. There's the shocker. There's the absolute shocker, guys. And I'm hoping she's still on, to be fair. But I'm not sure if she's on or not. So our good friend, absolute legend to the chat, Rosie, and been an absolute great contribution in terms of bigging up the shows, in terms of doing everything, in terms of the background, getting people to subscribe, like everything. Well, we thought, there's no better than to give her own segment in there. Boost that little ego a little bit more. Because let's be honest, she's got an ego, isn't she, Jonesy?
She has indeed, mate. And let's be honest, the Scottish don't win much today or get many awards. So we thought we'll give her a little bit of happiness up in that small little country up there. So yeah, we thought we'd dedicate this to her. And
do you know the worst thing? I think she's left the chat.
I think she's got to bed. That's nice, isn't it? You know what I mean?
I think she's left the chat.
Anybody?
I bet Scotty's on his rate. He's up on that motorway now, isn't he?
Exactly. Snapchatting her.
But I can't believe it. She's not on here, guys. She is not on here. So I'm sure Ryan will send her the clip or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, well, congratulations, Rosie, firstly, for your segment. This will be your segment each week, the MVP award of the week. We would have asked you to give the award out today, but obviously, she is here. She is here. Brilliant show, gents. Let's play it to her again. Just
for you, Rosie. Hang on, technical difficulties here, mate. Yeah.
So there you go. The Rosie MVP award of the week. So Jonesy, over to you, mate. Who are you going to award the MVP award to this week?
You know what? I'm going to give it to someone who's new. I'm going to give it to Gunner Nick.
Cool. That would boost his ego as well, won't it? Just a little bit more.
I'm sorry, OGs, but I'm going to give it to someone fresh and new. George, you were very close there, very close to getting it. But yeah, Gunner Nick's had some great banter tonight. Love these comments in all the segments. So yeah, fully deserved there, mate.
No, well done, Gunner Nick. You totally deserve that. By the way, mate, you will have a character next week.
Yeah.
Mr. Barwick, you will have a character next week. We need to give Posh Bertie a character as well. I've got an idea with him now. Here we go. But yeah, congratulations, Gunner Nick. You are our this week's first ever, so you can brag about that to your heart's content, MVP winner, mate. Well done.
Stick it in your Twitter bio.
He's obviously thanking his lad. We'll have a speech later, mate. A big old speech. Can we have a big old speech in the group later?
Yeah.
Boy, you got enough to say, so I'm sure you'll say something. Rosie's saying, that's lovely. I'll let Celine Dion know when she comes out from under my bed. Please let her know for us. But yeah, honestly, guys, an absolute fantastic show once again. It's been an absolute pleasure to be able to do this show, as always, on a Thursday night. It's been an absolute pleasure to entertain you guys. And it's not just about us entertaining you guys. It's about you entertaining us, you entertaining the chat. It doesn't work without you guys. And once again, a massive big well done to you all.
Yeah, no, mate. There's many a times me and you sit here and we're like, the show, we needed that tonight. We actually needed it. You guys help us as much as we hopefully help you get through A rainy Thursday.
Yeah, definitely a rainy Thursday. With one that I've got a little 3-year-old that is still not in bed yet, and yeah, this show's probably helped me out. But to be fair to him, he's been quite quiet, really.
Just chilling in the corner playing.
Just obviously, the brilliant Nick, Sam, brilliant everyone, everyone on here, well done. Assuming Sam, well played, lads. But yeah, no, well played to you all. Well played to you all. As I said, we hopefully will have some more developments over this coming weekend into next week regarding the new hub. That will expand this channel and this show especially. We've got a lot of plans, guys, in terms of this show alone. It's not just going to be about Thursday. There's going to be a lot of interaction on it. And what we would dearly love is once we get over to Discord, that we can get you guys registered and signed over there, so you can get involved in the community chat, because we're going to do stuff on I wouldn't say a day-to-day basis. They'll probably be chatting all that, but we're going to do little segments on there as well.
Yeah, no, all good stuff coming, guys. Get yourselves involved. It's going to be a fun ride.
It's absolutely going to be a fun ride. It's absolutely going to be a fun ride. But unfortunately, like all rides, they have to stop for this evening.
They
do. Mr. Jones, I hope you have a good weekend.
You too, pal. I will indeed. Hope you have a good one as well.
Yeah, and you, yeah, definitely. I'm up in I'm at Ben Long's anniversary this weekend. So yeah, I'm in Hampshire for the weekend.
Oh, lovely. Nice little break.
Yeah, it will be, mate. It will be. Bobby's down at his nan, so we've only got Billy, which would be. Yeah, bliss. Okay. But yeah, thank you very much, guys. We'll see you next Thursday. Good night. God bless.
Adios.